This is Rampage World Tour. Rampage World Tour?
Yeah.
I was going to say 2.
World 2? We already rampaged the first world. This is gone. We need a new one.
There are 2 sequels to this.
Yeah?
Apparently. I haven't played them.
I
used to really love this one in the arcade.
The one for the N64 is the one that I've played. So, that's my touch point here.
So here's... Oh, it's still demo. Should we get started?
Yeah, the attract mode is really short and not very good. So, I'm happy to just play. The disc is spinning up to load the next attract mode scene.
I pressed start. Okay, so... good. I could be Lizzie.
We both be Lizzie?
I guess we can.
Should I be...
do that in this.
Should I be Jorge?
Can I be Flag Rate Tech?
I'm gonna be Jorge, okay?
Okay.
I'm into it.
I like how they have... Oh, I have to press the button to accept the monster.
Yeah.
While it's true that there have been no serious side effects reported so far, I think we need to stop production before...
Oh no, the lab. It blew. They're using stuff from the C disk also. They're making monsters in DOS.
Will this PlayStation in Peoria?
I hope so.
Okay, I got kick, punch, jump. I
You
was
hit
trying
me.
to kick the police officer. You got in the way. Alright, here we go. Oh, there's a turkey.
Oh, there's a dive jump.
Wait, what? Trying to get rid of this guy at the manhole here.
Yeah. Oh, I got a shower. We can finally bathe. How do I
So
bathe?
if you punch a... I don't know, it might be too late for that. But if you punch a human, you can eat them to keep your health up.
Oh, okay.
That's useful.
The jumping is weird. Oh yeah, you can eat humans. They taste good. I got rid of that building.
See if I can...
I didn't like it, so I got rid of it.
Oh, I was trying to trampoline it. You can jump on top of the building.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. I noticed you can also dive kick. I was into.
Like this guy trying to solve the monster situation with a gun from his window.
You know, it's better than doing nothing, right?
I suppose so. Maybe eventually enough bullets will take us down. 99%. What did we miss? We missed the Visit Peoria sign.
All chicken.
The creature's goal is to wipe scum labs from the face of the earth.
Exactly. You did better than I did.
Only by 2.
Poor Jorge.
Kankaki. Where's that?
I don't know. These sound like American deviations on indigenous words. You know what I mean? All of those places, like Chattanooga. I'm trying to get this
computer.
This guy on the bridge.
So when I was a kid, I played Rampage, like the original Rampage in the arcade. And
Right.
That was so cool. And then eventually, I got it for Master System, and I loved it. It was one of my favorite games to play when somebody came over, like 2 players.
Right.
Didn't take a hugely long time. Oh, I gotta continue. Oh no, I'm naked.
It happens to the best of us. Do you ever have that dream where you're a giant lizard and you're destroying a city, but you're naked?
I like that it makes sense though. Like it's not like you have resizable clothes.
It's true.
Oh, I got more power. Somebody had a weight set in there, and
And you just did a few
did a
quick reps.
workout. There's food over here. I'm gonna eat this human.
I keep on not using the right button to jump. I want the where my B button would be, were this a any other type system game. We totally
The
destroyed
Master
it.
Sys-
Amazing.
The Master System port of Rampage was really good. Oh, you've got a lizard in your house, Pulse Rifle, and you let it live.
Just hanging out.
I guess that lizard must be happy about that.
Or at least not unhappy.
I played a couple of ports. One of my friends had it for DOS, I think, and we played that version, but it had no sound.
Interesting.
Oh, so I ate the human at the newsstand, but then I ate the newsstand itself and didn't like the taste. I probably
that makes sense.
That gas.
I don't
Some
know.
things, if you punch them, you eat them, and some things. Oh.
Ollie?
I want to stand.
Chicken? You have to be very precise with your wall chicken eating. Does that hurt?
Oh, jumping in the water's bad. Apparently.
Okay, noted.
It occurs to me that's where most of the first life. There's a boot here. Okay, don't eat the boot. The boot tastes bad.
Does it upgrade your
This
booty?
burger. What kind of burger? I ate the burger.
So eat this computer? Oh, the computer's gone.
I think it'll zap you if you eat it.
That sounds bad.
Oh, I gotta continue.
Coach. How's your day, Brad? How you doing?
It's doing all right. Oop. Was that
Yeah.
the pause button?
Yeah, I tried to get a new monkey, a new Jorge.
Oh, it escaped. Users do like to escape. Ah, I flipped the car. Awesome. Oh, I was trying to eat that guy, but I accidentally squished him.
Game is chaotic, to say the least. I fell off the building. Thought I would dive gracefully to the bottom. Oh
I think
well.
I can like destroy a row of the building.
Yeah,
Whoa! Did they bomb their own building?
I think so. They didn't want us to have it. Escape the lizard.
There's no telling what effect another toxin might have.
Interesting. Do you have any fun stories from the last week? Anything cool happen?
Well, I don't know. Like 2 days ago. Oh, whoa! This wasn't in the arcade, as far as I remember. Do I have to punch things? Okay, we bump each other. Don't hit things. Enjoy the ethnic edibles of Marseille. What's wrong with the water in Marseille?
I don't know.
Oh, that guy would have been a good snack.
Oh well, not hungry yet.
Squished him.
Live girls. I hope they're not dead. Toilet man. It's always good. Always good for yuck 'em up. Oh, you can hold down to grab dudes on the ground. I could only figure out how to kick them.
Oh yeah, down and punch.
Got
You
it.
can also up and punch. And you can also like left and punch if you want to punch. See how I'm like punching off the side of the building?
Yeah, just sort of like some wall grab stuff. Okay.
Oh, I found a piggy bank. There was 100 in it.
How many? 100 what?
It's just the concept of 100.
Oh, good. We're learning our sums.
Ah, we got it before the dynamite did. Oh,
Sorry, I was trying to jump punch the helicopter. Not very precise. There you go. I winged it.
here come the aeroplanes.
Yeah. Am I just punching the top of this building?
Yep.
Incredibly good.
Causing it structural damage all the way down. Dude.
Oh no, we got an airstruck.
Only 86%.
They put Jorge in the game.
There's no
Yeah.
telling what effect
They did a full body scan of me. Put him right in there. How's it going, Draconius? I'm playing as Jorge. And Brad's playing as Lizzie.
Yes, indeed.
Because of the lizard, right? You get it?
I always picked Lizzie when I was a kid. It's my favorite character. I always wanted to play the green lizard in the games.
It's
Why can't I
fair.
punch Dan's Diner?
It's a historic landmark. It's a protected property. I was gonna eat that carrot. And then you murdered it. Mmm, delicious
That's the
woman.
bananas.
Mmm, wall turkey. Hey, they're the jetpack cops or
UFO.
whatever.
It's like a UFO or something.
Better identify it then. I love punching.
Got space lasers. Whoa, it looks like there's nuclear waste or something.
Yeah, I want to eat
What's
it.
that lying around? Are they trying
Oh.
to trick us into eating it?
Yeah, it doesn't taste
Right.
good.
Oh, there's a ladybug.
I want to eat
Have
it.
a ladybug.
I can figure out how.
Mega food. Ladybugs are mega food. You've heard of superfood?
Exactly. It's the next sensation.
Oh, if I go too high in the screen, we just bounce off the bottom. The second player.
Yes, yeah, you just keep bouncing.
It looks like you hit me 15 times in that round.
Nice. Yeah, good old Kazuya. They gave a character and everything. What kind of buffs? I mean, what kind of nerfs do you think Kazuya is going to get in the next patch? You probably didn't, Brad, but the new Smash Bros. DLC character is like broken on a different scale. It's like, what were you guys doing?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they from something? I guess they must be. Like, they're no.
Yeah, it's from Tekken.
Are there any Smash Originals characters? Does that exist?
Yeah, they're all there. Everyone's there.
I heard their plan for this Smash was just to have everybody ever in it, and then
Put
that's
more
it.
in.
That
was the plan, and they managed to do it.
Smash forever.
Yeah. Well, they did include all previous characters and all previous stages. Oops. Except for Pokefloats. I guess maybe not all previous stages, but quite a few. Holy lord, what happened? What am I? I don't know. I'm a big purple dude, I think. And I can fire breaths. But it's not very good.
I'm riding a tank. I'm eating some scientists.
What do the scientists taste like?
Humans.
That's fair. I'm into that.
I'm eating somebody who's bathing. Oh, look at... Okay, so we've got the Eiffel Tower back there, but we've also got, like, amusement park.
Yeah, we're in Gay Paris. Not actually pictured Paris.
See, this actually has a lot more like features that are unique to the cities than like the old version, where it's just
Right.
like you had a name. It's like you're in Chicago. Oh, what's this? Eustace Demonic, CEO?
Just don't know. He was smoking though. Like that much about his character. Not all previous stages. Yeah. Pokefloats wasn't there, most notably. How can you really have a Smash game without Pokefloats? No vagrancy.
100 more. What's the calculator give me? It made a sound.
You're good at doing sums.
I ate a giant kitty.
I'm into that. Eat the nuclear. You have time to.
Well, I can't. You're so high up, I'm bouncing.
Sorry.
I like how that happens. That's interesting.
It's definitely an approach. Definitely a solution. Television. I don't even care if I lose health. I'm just in it for the game, you know?
Well, otherwise they'd have to like zoom out so that we'd see both of ours. That'd probably be an easy option in like a modern
Yeah.
thing.
Here, I'll help you, Balloon Man.
I ate a cactus. Okay, cactus tastes bad.
Why? They're filled with nutritious needles.
Can we destroy this train?
I hope so. My guess is yes.
Vigray, are you saying like this version is missing 3 stages from the arcades?
No, I think you're talking about Smash Bros. Because I made a comment that they had all the stages, which is it was incorrect. And I retract my statement.
Is that like a real Chicago art installation?
We're in Chicago again? I thought we were in France.
It said Chicago. We finished Europe, I think.
Wow, Europe
Maybe just
was
France.
rather abridged, eh? Oh no, I ate drugs.
Destroy this.
I ate a hypodermic needle.
It will
Can't
not
be
let me
good.
destroy. Oh, I found tourists inside. I ate them.
That's good. It's City Hall.
I like how it's a tourist trap. Like it's a big event, and then there's like a bunch of tourists to eat inside.
Alright, this means war. Using the most powerful move in all of fighting games. There's a Rampage. The World Tour is also a fighting game. Not just Twitter.
It's a little bit asymmetrical because your opponent is usually a building.
We can fight each other. I got a lot of vehicles, I guess. I'm going for those helicopters.
Gary.
Gary, Indiana? Gary, Indiana, Gary.
Welcome to Gary. That Dan's is a big chain.
Dan's
like how
Diner. It's everywhere. They paid for that product placement, you know?
There's a Dangerous Dan's in downtown Toronto. Is that a diner?
I don't know. Sounds like the name of a bar. But believe it or not, it's been a while since I've been out to the bars.
Yeah. Oh, I just ate a skull. What is this?
Skulls are pretty delicious.
Sort of like plasma weapon is attacking me.
That's good.
Something. I don't know, it's a big flame. Oh, it's this guy with a jetpack. He's like shooting his jet fuel on fire at me.
That's good.
Mega food.
The thing with Kazuya in Smash Bros is that like in Tekken characters have a ton of moves, right? Like the move list of a Tekken character is like 100 long.
Yeah.
But the way the Tekken works as a 3D fighter is like completely different than like a 2D fighter. So they just gave him a ton of moves. But in a fighting, so as a result, he has like twice as many moves as like other characters in the game. But in a fighting game, that's really good.
Okay, so it's good to crash into scum labs, but not the bombs that are held up by balloons.
Correct. Yes, you don't want those. Hard to tell
Oh,
why.
here we are. Kathmandu. We've gone from Indiana to Kathmandu.
Yeah, they gave him so many moves.
Well, they've got mountains.
Nice. They do. Anyways. Thus concludes my discussion of Kazuya from Smash Ultimate.
So what's Kazuya from?
Tekken.
You're saying from Tekken?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh, eggs. And money. Oh, 500 money. Okay, that was the trash bin. Don't eat trash. Give you a stomach ache.
Yeah. You'll turn back into a man. You eat trash.
Anyhow, the characters that turn into naked humans when you have to continue. That was definitely a huge inspiration for lizards.
Oh, okay.
Naked lizard rider.
Does this game have a big head mode?
Well, your head's always big, but so is everything else.
Right.
So it's not exclusively big head.
Just big mode. Delicious humans. Yeah.
Well, why do you eat toilet paper? Why would I do that? Obviously, that's not going to be a good. I'm gonna eat this guy. Oh, you ate the snake charmer.
Yeah. Snakes, not lizards. Keep it straight. I'm not gonna tell you again.
Tourist. Yummy tourists.
Building man. Great work, everybody.
Oh, we got a total destruction there.
Yeah, they gave Kazuya a bazillion moves, and then he has like twice as many moves as any other character in the game. And in a fighting game, that's just good, right? If you can do twice as many things as your opponent, you have twice as many options to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
So he's literally everything. It's kind of nuts. I don't know what they were
Alcutta?
doing. So Kazuya.
Okay, so we're like Southeast Asia now?
Yeah. I haven't played Smash in a long time. The very bad netcode kind of permanently ruined the experience
Oh,
for
really?
me. Yeah, the netcode in Smash Bros. Ultimate is just horrific. It's like some of the worst. It's really, really bad.
It seemed okay in Smash Bros. Wii U.
Sure, yeah. But things have come a long way since then, right?
Yeah.
The like rollback netcode is just sort of the expected standard. And like
Yeah.
even if you don't have like rollback netcode in your game, you're at least expected to have very good delay based netcode. And it's just neither.
Yeah.
And the matchmaking's bad.
Yeah, I remember trying to play Street Fighter 4 online on the PS3. And
Yeah.
it's like, it worked, but it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It just was too goofy, like how much delay there was. And,
Yeah. Well, in the
people
case of
teleporting everywhere.
yeah, exactly.
No telling what effect another toxin might have.
So like in the case of this, like yeah, the delay's bad. It's just bad. It's just very bad. It's just like game ruining.
But then, like, I don't know, like Wii U, most of the games, like Smash Brothers, I could play that online and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Splatoon works exceptionally well.
Yeah, a game like Splatoon is fine, right? Because the way that the gameplay works is, you know, if the inputs are a half second off here and there, it's gonna be fine. You know.
Well,
not
it's
not-
designed around, like, with net play in mind.
Yeah.
And it's and it's not head-to-head competitive in the same way. Like it's always
Yeah.
group on group, and you can kind of like a lot of the big thing about networked games is you want to have basically actions that the player can own. Like you're in control of what you're doing, so you don't need to see delay on
Yeah.
a transaction for like putting paint on a wall. The game can just say you have that, and then it could work it out later
Yeah.
if it didn't really happen.
Yeah, it can just reconcile the way that the ink is drawn on the map.
Yeah. Like there are a lot of things that make it
So it's a
pretty
lenient.
good for. So we got a washing machine and a stove on fire.
I got an apple. They're delicious. I ate an apple today. It was lovely. It was quite tart. I was into it. It was a pink lady. But yeah, like there's
Oh, India destroyed.
in a certain sense,
Michigan.
like Splatoon
Why do we
does.
do Chicago and then jump to?
Who knows? Who knows? But yeah,
Sorry, what were you saying?
in a certain sense, Splatoon kind of does have rollback netcode, right? It has both, right?
Oh, it does.
Because the immediate gameplay is delay based, right? But then for things like reconciling what was painted and where, and figuring out the total coverage of the map for Turf War or whatever, right? That's all done through rollback, right? Working out after the
Where are we?
fact
Oh, we're Michigan.
what actually happened. So this is Lake Michigan. Was that Canada over on the other side? Is that, what is it, Surrey? That's Sarnia?
Surrey?
Yeah,
Sarnia.
Sarnia. You'll have to forgive me. Oh, there's a Zambi. The zombies make you sick.
Oh, it's like a skeleton popping out of the.
The graveyard, yeah.
That's funny. Sorry, I'm gonna blow up this ice cream truck. Oh, there's a safe in there. Oh, there was chicken. Let's see how much of this I can destroy before the dynamite goes.
I think I ate a hippie.
Oh wait, the
and
dynamite didn't work.
I think I ate a hippie and it made me sick.
Right.
Which is an extremely dated reference, but the exact kind of thing you'd put in a video game. I think that
It was 1997. I think it was less dated then.
yeah. Michigan is an island apparently. I think stuff like that will be in video games forever, right? Like hippie makes you sick kind of thing. Like yeah, they're just like the character archetypes that are gonna survive in certain genres of games.
Like the blue floppy disk to save.
Yeah, exactly. It hasn't made sense in several generations, but it's just like what we know. It's like the hippies in Earthbound or whatever, right?
I love the reaction to seeing a real floppy disk being, you 3D printed the save icon?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's a wonderful reaction to that.
Come here, turkey.
Oh, sorry. That's not
Okay.
much to take. Apparently you can ride the tank if you jump on it, but why am I not climbing this building? There we go. Oh, I gotta watch out for those fires. What's that guy selling? Gelato?
Sort of ice cream, yeah. Some frozen dessert.
Gelato. Okay, so you can eat the gelato stand and it tastes good.
That's good. I guess it's just by proportions, right? Like, relatively speaking, most of that gelato stand is good.
Why is this helicopter landing? That was weird.
Successfully landing is something helicopters are not known for.
Ann Arbor destroyed.
You're gonna have a hard time keeping this quiet.
Like that in Michigan. Going down. Detroit.
Snatch foreign flags to tour the world. Oh, was that like when we found a You found like a flag of England like in a building earlier,
Yes.
and you punched it.
A bunch of times. Maybe that was relevant.
Does that determine where you go next?
Who knows?
Is that why we went to India?
I do not
Okay,
know.
when's this guy gonna pop out of the... There we go.
Really have death breath? I don't know what that means.
So, in the original Rampage, there was like this woman in a red dress who was like in the title screen. Oh, what did I eat? I ate something and I went...
Oh no,
What's going on?
I'm using death. I used death breath. I don't know what that meant, but I don't know. It's the thing I got.
Oh. Oh, okay.
I'm not sorry.
Well, what I was saying, okay, so there's this woman in a red dress, and like you could grab her, and, like
Yeah.
hold on to her. I think it's like a King Kong kind of reference. Like,
Yeah.
oh, some nuns, I'm gonna eat them. Oh, I got hit by lightning because I ate the nuns.
Yeah, I had that happen to me earlier. Definitive proof there is a god. Checkmate, atheists. It's
Oh,
the
there's 209.
yeah, the RoboCop replacement.
Oh, we got in a fight because we were both trying to...
Continue.
I've been surprised at like how simple it is to set up net play like on Mednafin though. Like,
Yeah, this is pretty painless.
it's
What do you think
shocking
of-
how much... I don't know if...
What was going
I
on
haven't
with
put it to much
the other
test, but-
games that? What was
And
going
the thing
on?
is, like, I never... Oh, I got hot loogie.
What was going on with RetroArch that and Beetle or whatever it was that made it so that it wasn't possible to play online together?
I don't know. Some cores can't do net play properly. The basic thing for like net play is that it needs to have really clean save states that like
Yeah.
can happen really fast and then restore quickly. And it needs to be like frame perfect. It's like we've restored to this frame and everything is as it was.
Yeah.
If the core doesn't do that perfectly, then netplay just won't work because you'll roll back and there will be like maybe there's a frame delay
Yeah.
after a save load or something, or like
It'll
lots of
get
things
messed
which
up.
would be fine for an emulator.
Yeah.
Normally.
Or
No,
unacceptable.
it doesn't matter if you're. Oh yeah. Oh, I was talking about the woman in the red dress. So in the original game, you could hold on to her. You
Right.
get like massive points for holding on to her for a while.
Right.
Until she escaped, or you could eat her. That's also an option.
I ate a cat.
Oh,
Delicious cat.
punch the TV. So I don't get when there's a table. Seems just like I can just smash it for points. It's a lighthouse. So I was wondering if they had that in this game because they showed her in the attract mode.
Yeah.
Lizzie grabbing the woman in the red dress, but haven't
Maybe.
managed to actually hold on to her. Oh, I have hot loogie. How do I hot loogie? Oh, there we are. There's my hot loogie. What is this for?
Looks pretty underwhelming, gotta admit.
Didn't really do anything. What's this hourglass do? Oh, we have more time for something.
Just for all the things in life that you wish you could have gotten to and never did. The gift of time, Brad.
I'm gonna eat the... Okay, nuclear symbol is just... doesn't taste good. Goodbye, Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio, you suck.
It's so unceremonious how it just like dumps you out of the...
Yeah. All of a sudden, just no more. You're done. And then you reappear in the next city. You get to
I
smash
used
that.
to-
That
The
X
Master
button.
System version had a nice little jingle that played between each town, and it was just so like... If you were in a desert town, you would see like this nighttime silhouette of like cactuses and stuff,
That's fun.
and it would play the tune. the between levels tune.
Yeah.
And it was just like a nice rhythm to that. But this is like just unceremoniously. Okay, try and grab her. Oh, you ate her.
I mean, I'm supposed to use
I
the
don't know.
punch button, right?
I think, but that's what you did, right?
Yes.
So maybe you can't do that in this game. Maybe she's just a character that you can eat. Why can't I go up this building?
I have no clue.
There we go. Right at jumping approach. Finally worked. Fries, give me. Oh,
I just broke the road.
oh, there was a dynamite inside the building. Surprise.
You need a lot of dynamite. Blow up a building like that. But there's
Oh,
like
hot dog.
there's like a moonshine bottle. But then when Jorge eats the moonshine bottle, he gets sick, which doesn't make sense. Because you want the moonshine. The moonshine's good. Right? This game is teaching me incorrect lessons about life.
Oh. Oh. You have to fight. Oh, you screamed. How'd you do that?
I don't know.
I think you won.
There you go.
Your vicious roar.
Hey, that's why I practice every day. That's why I work out. Hit the gym. You know what I mean?
How did you do that? Is that a special attack that I
I
didn't
don't know. I was just mashing.
Oh. It's funny, I have like the arcade version of this emulated on my PS3, like
Yeah.
so that's the version of this I think I played most. I always would play it in the arcade if I was like waiting to see a movie or something.
Sure, yeah. This is the
It
one.
would commonly be there. Ah, I punched the train. Now the train keeps coming back, but it's just more broken now.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Bouncing off the bottom of the screen seems effective though.
Yeah.
Like I like how that works. The guy's crawling away.
Mega food. Oh, so much potassium.
I like how this guy has a hat, like he's like old-timey
Detective dude.
FBI agent, like I don't know, Elliot Ness or something, or not Elliot Ness. Who's the guy in the Untouchables?
Don't know. I don't know what the Untouchables is.
Oh, it was like a Kevin Costner movie.
Didn't see it. Newark?
Newark.
Well, we don't need to go here because Newark's already destroyed. So.
I remember one time. Oh, hang on. Can I go take care of something? I'll be back in a moment. Okay, thank you for the pause. I'll be
Yeah,
back.
no problem. All right, everybody. How's it going? It's just me and you. Your pal Liam. No Brad. No Brad to speak of. I hope everyone's doing well. Is everybody doing well? Anybody got any stories? Anybody got some jokes? Good laugh 'em ups? Some yucks? Some chuckles? Dancing Ninja Turtles. That's good. We do it.
Okay.
Okay, you're
I'm good.
back. All right.
We can resume.
My banter was first rate, though. I'll have you know.
So, 2 days ago, I was just sitting down with my phone in my pocket,
Yeah.
and I pulled it out, and the screen was totally busted.
Oh,
A
that
little tiny
sucks.
crack had formed at the top of it while I was sitting down. It had been working minutes earlier. I
Oh, that
imagine like
sucks.
I probably dropped it like a year ago, and it formed like this tiny crack, and it's just been like working on it for
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Millimeter by millimeter every.
Oh, look at that Scum Labs blimp. Can we wreck it? Oh, I
No,
wanna
but
wreck it.
if you like jump in front of it, you get points. Weird to me, but
Oh. Anyhow, so like phone unusable. So I started using my really old phone. It's this like 2010 or 2011 Samsung Galaxy S, the first Galaxy S.
Yeah.
And it's got a 4-inch screen, and I miss how phones were this small. It's like so nice.
Yeah. They've gotten
Something that,
ridiculous. They're getting like
Everything's like 6 inches now. Like this is my phone. It fits in my hand, like within my hand.
what an idea.
Tell security to expect a lot
I
more
missed that.
overtime.
And I thought that was large when I got it, because like before that I had like this tiny Sony Ericsson little flip phone.
Little handset thing. The I mean, obviously it's the trend of the industry. Bigger phones, larger chips, bigger displays, you know.
Yeah.
More power, bigger sales, right?
It's funny to me how there are trends though, like, you know, obviously there is such a thing as too big. There is a phone that's too big that people aren't going to carry it around.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, well, one of the things that they're trying to do now is make these foldable phones, right? So it's like the same dimensions as a regular phone.
Horrible to me.
Yeah. I think they're a solution looking for a problem, right? Where somebody came up with this foldable display technology, right? And then cell phone manufacturers are like, "Dear Lord, how can we sell that?" And then they keep on spending all this money on marketing to try to convince people that they want them, and people just keep not biting.
Oh, now I have the death breath. Oh, did you get the death breath? Is that what you did to me?
Possible.
Oh, so that must have like just dropped during that level and you ate it somehow?
I don't know. I have no
I didn't
idea.
see what I ate for the death breath though.
I think it's huge. Yeah, it sounds like it's big.
Yeah, so I've been enjoying like using this tiny
I want to eat
old
this
phone.
eagle. Let me eat the eagle.
I can't log in. Oh, there's an eagle. Okay, go for it.
Keep him falling off the building every time I try to eat the eagle.
Oh.
Alright, whatever.
Eat the eagle, isn't it endangered?
Well, it's not going to be endangered if you can't eat it. My phone is like 6 years old now, and I hope to never ever get another phone. I hate I hate my phone.
Mine was 5 years old when it finally broke. And this one, well, this one's now 10 years old.
Yeah.
And it works as a phone. And I had to download, like, I had to find a very specific version of Firefox, but I can use the web browser.
Yeah.
It's like a 2016 version of Firefox for when they stopped supporting that version of Android.
Amazing.
But it works. I can go to like Wikipedia and look something up.
Yeah.
I can't go to Facebook.
Good.
And read messages because
really
they send me. Facebook tells me I don't want to read Facebook, but like people talk to me through Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
And you go to their website on a phone and it says download the app. Like they don't have a mobile site. The mobile site is just download the app. You could tell it to use the desktop version, but the desktop version like uses too much memory for my phone. It just crashes the browser.
HTML5 and all this stuff.
It's just loading too much stuff, I think. Like
too many cascading style sheets.
Oh, there's the Statue of Liberty back there.
Yeah. Carrot.
So yeah, like on the Master System, the only thing you knew about like different places, it's like, oh, there's a goldfish.
Nice. Good work.
I ate the goldfish.
Congratulations.
In the old game, in the original game, it was like you'd eat the goldfish and then there'd be an empty fish bowl.
That's cute.
Or not. I want to ride the tank again. Oh well.
You can ride it in hell. Frites. Mmm.
Quickly eat the guy on the toilet before the building
Yeah.
droid. Wait, what are we doing here? Is there stuff? Oh, there is stuff.
This Coney Island.
Good snack in there.
Yeah, I get what people are. I think there's a certain sort of person who does get a ton of use of their cell phone or whatever, and that's super cool. And
Yeah.
that's fantastic. I would rather just wait until I got home to look things up. Quite frankly,
I'm happy with a pretty minimal phone.
yeah,
I mostly just want one that's small enough to fit in my pocket, and like
yeah,
but the problem is it's hard to find like cost-effective ones that are worth buying now, because like most of the ones that are the size of my previous phone are like from that era, right?
yeah.
To get a cost-effective phone, you have to go with the trendy size.
We're going to Spain, maybe.
Oh, where are we now?
I hit a flag until it showed the Spanish. What I assumed was the Spanish flag.
Oh,
So, if we end up in Madrid or Barcelona,
where are we right now?
Pop.
It'll tell us once it's destroyed. Which is
Yeah,
funny, because it's like, if you destroy it, oh, there's the Liberty Bell. So Philadelphia?
maybe. Or maybe they put the Liberty Bell on tour.
VFW. What is that? Why do I know that acronym?
Benjamin
Video
Franklin.
for Windows there's a video for Windows API, which is like super out of date, but really easy to use.
Right. Yeah, we just killed the city of brotherly love. That's Philly, right? Or is that St. Louis?
That's Philadelphia.
Okay.
Well, that's what Philadelphia means, love of the twin, right?
Ooh. So we're going to Madrid? This is the world tour part of the...
Oh, okay. This probably did happen in the arcade, and I don't remember it. I like how we're just like riding. The idea of like jumping onto an airplane and it still like keeps flying, and we can kind of steer it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
called it.
It'd have to be
We are in
8.
Madrid,
There you go, yeah.
meeting tourists.
Go to
We're
the
watching a
piazza.
bullfight.
We're at the youth hostel.
Youth Festival. Shouldn't it say that in Spanish?
They just say a lot of things in Spanish. Nice sky gradient, though.
Oh, she's too far. Wait, can I? Okay. Oh, you ate her when I was trying to. When I was dealing with the tank.
Does the M stand for Madrid, or does it stand for Metro?
Oh.
I think this is like pepper and it makes you sneeze, and then it's a big fire. Oh no, it's bubbles. That one's bubbles.
I got bubbled.
That's correct. You're welcome. Mmm, gasoline. Oh, it makes you sick. I thought it would make me like a cool, angry monkey. I guess
Bobbled by
we're.
the bubble.
I guess we're at Jorge's home country now, right? Jorge's from Spain.
What effect another toxin might have.
The other thing I realized about cell phones is like, because I
Barcelona.
haven't really bought that many I've only bought 2, I guess 3 cell phones in my life, but like I hold on to them as long as I can, so I don't think about upgrading them very often, but
Yeah.
it's absolutely not in your interest to take an upgrade from your phone provider anymore.
No.
I didn't realize this, but they changed a lot of the laws around it
Yes.
to the point where like they don't subsidize phone costs with the plan anymore.
No.
They just they'll loan you a phone and let you pay for it. Like if you can pay for it outright, it's way better for you in the long run, and you have way more choices.
Yes.
Like that's the only advantage, is that they'll loan you the phone for a 2-year period or whatever.
Yeah.
But they no longer lock you into 2-year or 3-year contracts.
No, they're not allowed to.
And they can't like put a bunch of red tape around like transferring your number.
Yeah.
That's been made seamless by laws. Like I'm amazed at how much better it is now than like the last time I tried to get a phone.
Yeah.
There's been so much like pro-consumer laws passed about phones, which I guess makes sense because everybody has one.
Yes. But also, Canadian Telecom is still total garbage. For anyone keeping score.
Okay, so we've destroyed 3 international locations. I see. So they're just keeping track of the international destinations that we're destroying.
Interesting.
Atlantic City. And then we go back to the US.
Going back to the home country.
So that's how the world tour works? I never...
Destroy good old American things.
Wait, this is Atlantic City? What is that back there? I don't really know much about Atlantic City. I know they have casinos, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think of Atlantic City as being famous for, but...
Yeah. So when you want to gamble, but you don't want to go to the desert.
I guess around here, Niagara Falls is like what's famous for casinos.
Yeah, in Ontario, if you want to gamble, yeah, I would say you're gonna go
maybe, Waterdown if you're looking for something smaller and more local.
Waterdown. I'm not a casino goer. I don't know anything about them really.
I've not been to. I went to Vegas once, and like I went into the. I hated being there.
That's funny.
There's nothing to do but like lose money on things, and it's like why?
We got to destroy this building. There's a building there.
Oh yeah, sorry. I put $1 in a slot machine, and it had like this abbreviated jingle because it was like a slot machine made for people who want to pump quarters into it.
Sure.
Whatever, I don't know. Or pump dollars into it, apparently.
Yeah, you don't want to sit around listening to the slot machine make joyous
so it's just
noises.
like put in $1 and it goes like, and then it's done.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
It's like a 1 second roll.
Yeah.
It wasn't even entertaining. I don't know.
That's good. Thanks, slot machine. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't get the appeal of that kind of gambling. I like poker. I really like playing poker with like, especially with people I know, for like a low stakes kind of game.
Sure, yeah.
But the stake is really, can you stay in the game? You know?
Yeah, you put in $5 or whatever, just so you're playing with something. Yeah.
Like there needs to be a stake, but
yeah, it can be extremely low.
Yeah, and it's just so much about it is just reading the people around you and trying to think of like, what are they thinking? What would they do if they had a good hand or a bad hand? Or
you gotta read the room, baby.
Like I love that part of poker, and it's not fun without gambling. Is what I've found. Like I've tried playing. Oh, let's just play for pennies or whatever, and it doesn't work. It just
you need some stake.
Yeah,
something that somebody would prefer to win rather than not, right? just enough to get some investment. Yeah. I mean, I used to do that in high school. play poker for $5.
What is this robot thing?
It's both socking and rocking. It seems.
We broke it down. Now it's just the legs.
The fire legs.
Oh. It's quite a formidable robot.
Yeah, jeez. Why
Oh,
can't
sorry, I was trying to eat this guy out of the manhole.
Why can't we play as the robot? I had a friend who was really into gambling and just games of chance in general.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, for whatever reason, just like any time you had a thing where you like rolled a die and you didn't know what number you were gonna get, or turning over a card, any scenario where like the outcome is chance based, you just found it really exciting for some reason. And you know, I'll never understand that, but hey, it happens, right? Everyone's tastes are their tastes. He had like a bank account where he would set aside money, put into it just for gambling, and then he would go to the casino and like leave the other cards at home, kind of thing.
That makes sense.
Like, this is the amount of money I'm spending at most tonight, and once I go bust, and that's just it.
Oh, so a safe is not something to punch. Wait, what are these pills?
Are they uppers or downers? Are you feeling good or are you feeling low?
I don't know. I didn't see a spit out, but like this guy peeking out. Okay, those pills were bad, but those were different pills.
Hey, look, it's God.
Oh, so you can only eat the woman in the red dress in this one. There's no like holding mechanic.
Right. They just streamline that interaction.
I had to do it myself. Like, I kept seeing you do it, but
Sure.
I just remember, like, so the Master System version is the version I played the most, but in that one, like, it was really subtle. Like, you had to do a quick tap punch. Like, if you were, like, mashing and you did it by accident, like, you'd drop her.
Sure.
There was, like, a mechanic where you fumble her and she runs away.
Right.
But if you're really careful and don't move around too much, like, you can hold her for massive score.
That's cool.
Hey, there's a beach.
But
I mean,
here,
it said there would be a beach, but
yeah, Virginia Beach, in fact. Whereas in this game, the designers at Midway were like, I know what it is that you truly crave, what it is that you long for, what you really want to do. Just eat the woman. It's 5 hit points. You don't recover a lot of hit points when you eat people, eh?
no, it's sort of like a constant maintenance thing.
Yeah. One thing I like is that every level's the same.
I like the mechanic of here's a goofy item that we've found inside a building. Do you want to punch it? Is it going to be good or bad?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, I like trying to guess whether it's going to be...
Yeah, does Jorge the giant monkey like piggy banks, or are piggy banks bad?
Oh, we got tank and at 209.
Sorry, I may have drop kicked you.
The tanks and the... But especially this robot
Yeah, robot good.
have been pretty effective. No, we're working on the robot. Okay.
Got him. Sorry. I was just trying to drop kick this stupid jetpack guy.
There. Teddy bear's worth 120.
There you go. 120 watts.
120. Oh, here's Scum Labs.
Yeah, we've
Or the
blown,
International.
we've blown up a bunch of these things.
Oh. Wait, what is this? Secret military facility? Why is it just on the street, and why does it say secret on it?
I don't know. There was
That's
one
not
of
how you
those.
do it.
There was one of those on Coney Island.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
Painting. Okay. Turns out Jorge does not have a taste for the arts. I see how it is. Apparently,
You've destroyed
that was
Gainesville.
yeah, Gainesville, Florida.
Kentucky? Oh, it's Florida. Florida.
Yeah. Do.
It looked like it just put an X on the southeast of. It says flats for let.
Yeah. You want to let a flat? Delicious toilet man. Continue. Good thing we have all these quarters.
In the original Rampage, one of the things I really liked doing, is that a sheep?
I hope so. The famous Gainesville sheep. Birthday cake. Everybody knows the Gainesville sheep. They're world famous.
I keep thinking I can jump on the top of the building, but you have to like punch.
Yeah,
you can only jump if it's like the iron bar, the iron beam.
Yeah, you have to jump awkwardly.
Pig out bonus.
I know.
Daytona. Okay, definitely Florida. If it looks good, eat it.
I don't know. Might not be safe to advise children.
But I remember whenever getting to San Francisco, there was a trolley.
Yeah.
And you could punch it once, and like the front of it would crumple.
Want to
go
to Italy? Okay, we're going to Italy.
Okay. But if you were two-player, you could punch it back and forth.
Oh, cool.
And you could do that like indefinitely if you just wanted to sit there and both of you like just punch it. And that worked in the DOS version and in the arcade, but it did not work on the Master System version, and I was always disappointed that I couldn't do that.
I guess it's these quirky little individual features that they decided to include or not include on a case-by-case basis.
Chain destruction. I mean, it was a very specific setup. It had to be two-player. You had to be on either side of it and ready.
I'm sure that whoever was just on the project they were just not game. It's like, no, we're not doing that.
Well, it's funny, like, you wonder if they even knew that was a feature of the arcade game. Like,
sure, yeah. How intimately aware they were of the original.
Especially back then, like,
yeah.
You know, ports were often just, here's a copy of the game.
Make it. Yes. No source code, no assets, just make it work. Just do another one, please.
Hi there, Grocer Goodwill. Thanks very much for subscription.
Nice. What a cool pal. That grocery guy. Love him.
It's weird that it's all these flying areas. It starts us in the same spot.
Yeah, we just hit each other for a while. It is very odd.
Alright.
We're going to Venice.
It keeps saying don't drink the water about places that have... Well,
right?
Actually, Venice might actually be a...
It depends on which
you don't want to
water.
drink the canal water.
No, but... Did you ever? The people in this game are very resilient, though. They can fall from like 4th story windows and just keep running, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy. Oh, what was the tourist trap? I broke it before I could see it.
No,
Oh, I
sorry.
should let you eat that. You needed the food. I'm at full health.
Yeah, I died. It's okay. I'm not really worried about.
I should have done over here.
Yeah, not really worried about
Awesome.
the results per se.
I think we have infinite quarters anyway, but
Yeah, we're just having a mash and good time.
that was the one thing about the Master System version. Like, it had a limit of, I don't know how many continues. It might have been 3. And so in single player, you had to be fairly good to get through the game. In 2-player, though, I found like we always got through.
Yeah.
Single player, I had to get good at the game, and I actually did. Like, it was basically just about eating everything you could.
Sure, yeah.
To extend your lifespan.
And zoom.
Naples. Eat
Yeah.
interesting people.
Napoli. Continue.
Oh. Okay, so it said county jail on the police station.
Yeah,
Also, it says police. I guess they don't really do anything
Napoli.
about local languages, but
You don't believe that we're actually in Napoli? Do you doubt the game?
Translated. It's like how in sci-fi, like, everybody speaks English.
Yeah.
Or actually, I guess it's not just sci-fi. It's pretty much like every movie. Everybody speaks English no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah. Unless you're watching
a movie made in that country.
or just made outside of the United States. Because like in the rest of the world, it's very common for people just to have subtitles, right?
Yeah.
I think like the idea that everybody speaks English in the movie, I think is mostly like an American preoccupation.
Yeah, you know what? I have seen several like foreign films where there's more than one language in the film, and everything's subtitled. But
Yeah.
There's no telling what effect.
Yeah, I think it's more of a convention of American filmmaking, pretending that everybody in the entire world just speaks English.
But I feel like having all the dialogue in a film being English, like, there's practical reasons for that. But
Sure.
I feel like they only show a different language when they want to show off that the character has language skills.
Yeah, and briefly pretend that other languages exist.
Like James Bond will say a few words in Russian or whatever before the conversation resumes in English. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The good example I can think of is the film The Diplomat, which is about
Wait, there's Pepper.
spicy.
Pepper good? Oh, look at that! Pepper blew up the floor of the building.
Like all real pepper does. Anyways, this is a movie. It's called The Diplomat. It's about a Swedish Swedish diplomat in Paris in the final days of the Nazi occupation, who's trying to convince the general of the occupation to spare Paris in the Nazi withdrawal, because the original plan was to basically just like bomb all the bridges, bomb all the monuments, leave Paris a ruin. And so it's about him trying to convince them to, go against their orders and spare the city, right? For the history and whatnot. And so, because he's a Swedish diplomat and they're in France and he's arguing with a German, large portions of the movie are in French, large portions of the movie are in German. There's a bit in Swedish, right? And they also speak English in it. And it's just subtitled. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just, like it adds so much flavor to the film. The fact that people are speaking the languages that people speak.
Yeah.
Because especially in that context where you're talking about like the interplay between French and German culture and the role of this Swedish diplomat in it, it's important at times that people are choosing to speak one language versus another, right? There's subtlety to that would be completely lost if everybody was just speaking English the entire time, right? Anyways.
Yeah, I guess there's also a combination of like, since Hollywood is so big and whatever, people all over the world watch movies that are English that are subtitled. Like, that's pretty normal.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas there's lots of people who don't watch, like, English-speaking audiences that don't watch movies outside the English language. Like, I think it goes one way a lot more than the other.
Sure, yeah. I think that's mostly a North American problem, though. Because I found in the UK, like, talking to English friends I know, and talking to people from Europe and just, like, abroad, that they're always shocked to learn that people in North America complain about having to watch a movie and read subtitles. Like, it doesn't make sense to them that anybody finds that strange. It's just so used to it, right?
226 says Metal Gear Solid 3 says that in universe everybody's talking Russian, but it's in English.
That's fun.
But it just says, this is really Russian.
That's so goofy. I love that.
That's a funny thought.
Yeah, there's like the Babel fish ear implant thing from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or whatever. The Universal Translator.
The whole Babel fish, like, there's like 10 jokes piled onto that. It's like, they're talking about, well, that's ridiculously convenient, and
yeah.
And then he goes on to say that it's one of the proofs of the non-existence of God, because if something so convenient were to exist, like, obviously it's a dead giveaway that he exists, and then...
So God would never do that. So therefore...
Yeah, but then God says he's nothing without faith, therefore he doesn't exist. You got me.
Alright, yeah, and he just disappears.
I did something too obvious.
And so he goes poof. I remember that, yeah.
To exist.
I got
silly, like, chain of things. Maybe I should reread that. I read those when I was a teenager, and they were really entertaining.
Yeah.
Star Trek thing, you're hearing the translator, yeah. They do mention that, like, every once in a while.
Yeah, where like they'll make a joke out of it, where some character will be like a rube who like doesn't understand that.
Basically, they only did Klingons. Klingons were the only ones with the language.
Yeah, I mean, for something like that, I can understand it, and just like hand waving it, because especially for like a cheaper production, there's a limited budget. A lot of those Star Trek episodes are made with $10 and some hope.
It also reminds me of, like, how, like, spaghetti westerns in the 60s, like, they weren't even shooting the sound, like, so that what the actors said didn't matter. They would let the actors speak in Italian. A lot of them were Italian.
Yeah. They just overdub
but you'd have
it.
actors, like, speaking their own language, and it's just not recorded, and you just dub it later.
Yeah. And the mouth shapes just make no sense.
Yeah, because like the mouse shapes would, like, if you could lip read, you would know that some actors are speaking English, some actors are speaking Italian, or whatever.
Yeah,
it's all a mess.
Super duper. It feels like video games are a place where some of those barriers are coming down a bit, because as people seem to get more and more interested in the English-speaking world about like native Japanese content.
Wait, where are we right now?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
It says there's a pub, and that looked like an English police officer.
A Bobby?
Yeah.
Are we in, like... I don't know.
Because we did just fly
Manchester?
somewhere. So I'm guessing we're in the United Kingdom.
I'm guessing Manchester. Because they've got...
Oh, Stonehenge. Where's Stonehenge? I forget. That's the north of England?
I forget where it is exactly. I ate it though, so don't worry. Can't hurt you.
Ooh, drop kicked. So here they just have the trolley. It just goes around and around, so you can punch it many times, even in one player.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll keep track of our deaths?
I hope so.
At the end.
I want to see it. The other thing, just what we're griping about multilingual things, the one thing that always really bugs me is like when
Liverpool.
Okay, I you know, somewhere in the north. I guess Manchester because it looks like the north.
Manchester's a good guess, I guess.
I don't know. It looks like industrial
That's about as close as you'll get, I think.
industrial England. But
Getting it right on.
the being at computer school, right? There's a lot of English as a second language, folks.
Yeah.
And one of the things that endlessly frustrates me is native English speakers who get frustrated at the other students who are English as their second language when they're English speakers who don't even have any second languages at all. They can only speak English.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, like they're not the dumb one. It's you. Right? Like they're in school in their non-native language, and you're making fun of them. Get a break.
Yeah.
That always drove me wild. Just like the arrogance and like not being able to see it. You know what I mean? Like not being able to appreciate the fact that this wasn't a sign. The fact that they were struggling in English wasn't a sign that they were dumb. This is a sign that they were smart. Just they're going to school.
Stonehenge is in the south of England?
There's no telling what effect another
It's
toxin
wrong
might have.
about where it is. But is it in Liverpool? Liverpool's not in the south of England.
Dublin. Famous English city, Dublin. Anyways, that always grounded my gears. Glad to be away from those kinds of attitudes. It must take so much courage to go to school for like a highly technical subject
Yeah.
in a language you're still learning. It's gotta take a lot of guts. It's hard enough to learn how to program anyways. Never mind having to translate everything you're learning like back into Estonian or something. Pointers, am I right?
Deal with the...
Oops.
Yeah, it's hard not to pause by like pressing that really.
Yeah. I think for me it's like I just mash, right?
Oh, look at this. More power. I just wreck rows of the...
More power.
There goes Dublin. Do we have any more? Yeah.
There's no telling what effect another toxin
Look how many
might have.
people I ate. They're delicious.
Local flavor bonus. Oh, here's
Yeah.
London.
Cashville's
Southampton?
dope.
Or is it Southampton?
Southampton. Yeah. One of those Welsh names. It's just like a whole roller coaster ride.
I remember we were taking a trip when I was a kid, and we were going to somewhere in New York State. And one of the cities we were staying at was called Binghamton, but like it was spelled Binghampton, and at the border they were like, "Where are you going?" We're like, "Binghampton."
Yeah, like
What's Binghampton? And it
Binghamton.
took a little while until they were like, "Oh, Binghamton."
Yeah. Crazy connects. The classic one is New Orleans, right?
Oh yeah.
being rendered as Nolans. The local flavor.
Oh, look at the arch back there, or the bridge rather.
Yeah, London Bridge. It's falling down.
Oh, it's look at
Big
this.
Ben, Buckingham Palace.
It's like-
There's a Bobby there's a Beefeater with his Busby.
oh, I was hoping it would dong. But it didn't.
Yeah. The dong sound effect was out of the budget, I guess.
Well, they did a good job anyway.
I mean, it's nice that they put it in at all, right? I'm sure some artists had a good time.
The unique sound effect wasn't in the cards. One thought I always had was like all these like ancient Greek epic kind of things. Everybody speaks with an English accent or maybe
Yeah.
a Scottish accent.
Yeah, Romans, right? All the Romans
They
are
never-
British.
Yeah, they never do it where like everybody has an Italian accent or a Greek accent.
Yeah.
Like that would be appropriate and interesting to
Yes.
do it that way.
Talk with their hands. The best one that I've seen for that is somebody did a recreation of the signing of the Emancipation Proclamation in the States, but everybody in the scene had a Brooklynite accent.
Yeah.
It's incredibly good. Very funny. But yeah, it does add a different flavor to it, right? Yeah, because a lot of times when we think about like American historical figures, right? We imagine them with that like mid-Atlantic accent, right?
Oh,
From that old-timey period of Hollywood renderings, right? I guess like the genre conventions of historical dramas featuring the founding
Cow.
father figures in the United States is solidified by that time period, right? When we think about them, we always think about those early portrayals in media, right?
Yeah, it's interesting how that accent came to be a thing, and then it's so imprinted on the movies of the time, and then just nobody kept speaking that way. Like it just fell out of favor.
Yeah, it's no longer trendy.
And now it has a very specific date to it. I also love that the character Frasier speaks with this accent, and that like Americans think he's British, and
Sure.
Brits think he sounds American.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Nobody's claiming him as their own. I think out of all of them, Frasier has got to be my favorite anime. Putting that out there.
Frasier anime. I bet somebody's made a video of such thing.
Yeah. I'd love to see it. Let's do drugs. Hey Gio, how's it going?
Reptile Farm. Are we back to?
We were just talking about your favorite anime, Gio. Frasier?
Joe, my dude.
Talking about the scrambled eggs.
If I remember, I'm definitely gonna Google search Frasier anime.
Before that, my favorite anime was The West Wing.
Oh, there's a bird. Oh, I didn't
Some
see a bird.
cactuses are good to eat. I don't know, I object to this. Green Irish turkey.
I really like. I have the egg. I think that chewing animation.
Aloe
Like
is
a
good.
satisfying egg.
You can have a good evening eating, drinking some aloe, right?
But like the prickly pear cactus,
Yeah.
I really like that. That I found in California. They would have it at like the grocery stores that were like catered toward Mexican immigrants and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I would buy them just because I would buy any weird thing I see in the supermarket once just to see what it's like.
Mm-hmm. That's something I know
And
about you.
I ended up liking it.
It's good. It's a food.
And I'd find
Turns out.
I'd find at like some Mexican restaurants I could find like cactus-based dishes, but
Yeah.
mostly at the ones that were catering less to
Yeah. Americanos.
Yeah.
Gringos, as it were. When I used to lead a customer service team for a website, so it was international, and I had quite a few Spanish speakers on my team from Latin America and elsewhere, and I always introduced myself as a gringo. Just, my Spanish isn't good. I know that. You know that. No, we're not gonna pretend. But, you know, for the purposes of work, we're gonna have to speak some Spanish from time to time. You know, it hurts me more than it hurts you, I promise.
I see.
Good times. Good times.
Oh, they're the protesters.
Yeah, no more monkeys.
Were they protesting us?
I hope so. No more war. No more oil. No more oil. There's a really nice
This is a city that has multiple ways to pronounce its
Baton
its
Rouge. Baton Rouge. There's Red Baton. There's a really lovely Mexican drink that's kind of like boba tea, kind of.
horchata.
That uses like crushed aloe in it.
Oh, aloe.
Yeah.
I don't know what
It's
aloe.
it's a cold drink.
There's the aguas frescas thing
Yeah.
where they usually have like just a couple of tasty liquids.
Yeah, it's very good.
But there's one called horchata, which I really love, which is basically just like rice starch and then like sugar and cinnamon.
Sounds good. Oh, get me some of that. Hook me up with some horchata.
And it turned
Necesito.
out to be pretty easy to make. There's a bunch of ways to make it. Some people put like condensed milk in it and stuff to make it like really super creamy. But I like the really plain version where I literally just have to soak some pulverized rice overnight, put some sugar in it, a little
Right.
bit of cinnamon, and it's kind of thin, but it has that flavor.
Okay.
And I would prefer it thinner because I don't want like a thick, super thick drink all the time.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
But that's also like the first time I had it. It was just like it was just in California. You could find it in a lot of places, and it was just like come as like a fountain drink.
Oh,
And it was
nice.
just kind of thin and vaguely ricey flavored, and
Right. Like brio. I'm sure you've had brio, right?
I love brio.
Yeah. If there's anybody in the world who likes brio, it's gonna be Brad.
If they made a diet brio, I would buy it all the time. But I don't. I try not to drink sugary. Oh, I found a cigarette. Oh, I coughed up a puff of smoke. Listen to that. Oh, did you hear the
The duck music? Yes, I did. It
quack?
brings me back to our playthrough of Secret of Evermore with the goat, the goat music. The
What happens if I punch a candle? Oh, it starts a fire.
what's the other one? Limoncello? Is that what it's called? What's the other like Italian refreshment?
Limoncello's? Well, limoncello's a liqueur, right?
Oh, okay, then I'm thinking of that. Limonada?
Oh. Yeah, like San Pellegrino has a bunch of kind of like fruit flavored,
Yeah.
carbonated things. And they have a flavor called limonada, which is just like the lemon flavored one, I think. They
There's
have like aranciata, which is like the orange flavor.
yeah. The same company that makes Brio makes another Italian soda. Anyways, I'll look it
The
up.
company that makes Brio makes something else?
Yeah, they make a bunch of different stuff.
Oh, I know San Pellegrino makes... They make Chinoto, which is like Brio. Same basic
Yeah.
beverage, but... I thought Brio was just like... That's all they make.
Hey, hey Jay, reviews. Yeah, I would say this definitely is a game that I would file under the category of would never play alone, but is fun to smash buttons while talking to Brad about Italian sodas. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I should put that in my review of the game, right? Perfect game to play while discussing Italian soft drinks with Brad, and then I'll include your Twitter handle. How does that sound, Brad?
Sure.
Kind of got that vibe.
I would say...
Not a bad game.
Yeah, at this
but
point... I don't think I'd play it alone at this point. I actually have played through this game alone
100 times
more
as a
than
child.
once. Let's say twice. I played through the Master System one a bunch of times as a kid as well, but that one was more just like, you know, these are the games I have. And
Yeah. This,
we're in post-game scarcity world.
yeah.
Things are different now.
I mean, this game is pretty much fundamentally not changed since the opening 5 minutes of play, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh. Hey, where are we? Is that like a nuclear plant back there, or what's?
I hope so. The attract mode would lead me to believe that eventually we're going to the moon, so look forward to that.
We're going to the moon?
Apparently, the attract mode has a moon level.
Oh.
Universal Tour found large things you were rescuing other monsters from different planets. That's fun.
I didn't
Been on the
realize that
internet
was the
sometimes.
attract mode. I was hoping that would be a surprise.
Hey, Seven. How's it going? Welcome. We are indeed in a rampage. You know.
Rescuing other monsters from different planets? I knew there was like a lobster creature and stuff.
I mean, I want to play as a lobster. I've been playing as Jorge. Jorge doesn't like
Hello,
taste.
secondary script. Oh wow, I'm way behind on chat.
Jorge doesn't like eating boots, apparently.
But like Sega Master System, this was one of the games that was great to put on if a friend came over. Like it was so good for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
This is definitely like.
which is also
I wish I had a beer. You know what I'm saying?
I already finished my drink.
Yeah. I was a fool. I was so young back then. Oklahoma. We were like the tornado.
Yeah, in the arcade, it was a great thing to like put a quarter into and play for a little bit while I'm waiting for my movie. Like that's what I remember playing this a lot.
Armorillo.
In the arcade.
Armorillo.
Yeah, but they made so many other Rampage games, but it was like this one was hugely successful, and then like the original one had a lot of ports as well. That reminds me, like people often argue about whether like Double Dragon is better on Nintendo or Sega Master System, I find.
Sure.
And to me, like it's a non-starter on Nintendo because it's not two-player.
Oh, really? Yeah, geez.
And to me that was like the biggest reason I ever played Double Dragon. Like it was great to have something to put in and play with a friend for a while, you know?
Yeah, Double
Whereas-
Dragon seems to me like it's in the title.
Yeah. That was always my argument. And it was a game that I didn't like as much single player, and like I eventually did like beat it single player just because of that situation where it's like I might as well try and beat this game I've had for a while.
Yeah, play the games I own. I'm 10 years
I don't
old.
have anything else to do.
Yeah.
But yeah. But on the other hand,
Hot dog.
the sequels, like Double Dragon 2 and 3 on NES, are both better than either version of the original game. So
That's fair. I think Double Dragon 2 is the one that I'm used to playing.
I feel Nintendo wins in the long run, but
I did know there was a
There's
Double Dragon fighting game on SNES.
I know there's
It's very bad.
the fighting game.
Very bad. If I recall it correctly.
Have you played that one in your fighting game research?
No,
it's
but
match against.
I don't know. I was just mashing.
How'd you do the scream again? Or maybe that's what happens when you win. You get the scream.
Who knows? I have no clue. No clue.
Dodge City.
But yeah, if I recall, the Double Dragon fighting game, they tried to do that thing that other people have tried to do in the past, just combine the mechanics of a brawler with the mechanics of a fighting game, and it just doesn't work. It seems on paper like it would be a great idea to do, right? All the fun and lighthearted action of a brawler with the sophistication and mechanics of a fighting game. But like at the end of the day, fighting games promise you something different than brawlers do, right? If you part of the brawler is like the power trip, right? The fantasy of being able to beat up 100 dudes all at once. But you can't promise that to 2 players. You know what I mean? Okay, as long as you're just beating up on the computer. But as soon as you involve a player or 2 in that, and you have to make them fight, it just falls apart. Just don't work.
Have you ever played Bushido Blade?
No, I've heard good things about it though.
It's really unusual. But I was just reminded of it because like it is mostly a one-on-one game, but there is a mode where the challenge is to kill 100 foes.
Yeah.
And they're supposed to be like easy AI kind of, and they're gradually increasing until they're, you know, the same as regular or whatever.
Yeah.
But the game also had a mechanic of honor where if you like sneak around and stab somebody in the back, it doesn't count as an honorable kill.
You gotta give them
Like-
a soldier's death.
If you want to win with honor, you have to defeat them from the front in like a fair contest.
Yeah. You're not allowed to do
And-
them in execution style.
It's sort of like a hard mode option without like making it an option.
Yeah. Without enforcing it.
Like you just have more limited options, and you have to get better at dealing with how that works. And it's kind of interesting. And also you don't have a health meter.
To expect a lot more overtime.
If you take a strike to the head, you're dead.
Yeah,
But if you
yeah.
take the strike to the arm, you can't use that arm, and like your slash changes because it's no longer two-handed or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if you take a strike to the leg, you go down on one knee, or I don't know. It's like it's very strange, like for a fighting game, and I really liked how weird it was.
I dig that though. It's good to
And
try
it's
stuff.
funny how that became a game that I had because I was just a huge fan of SquareSoft. I didn't know that like SquareSoft wasn't making these games, but
Sure, yeah.
like they just become like in PlayStation 1 they started just like publishing a lot of other people's stuff.
Yeah.
So
Good
they
money.
started like putting out all these weird games. Like there's like Tobal. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No.
Combination fighting game and first-person dungeon brawler.
I love it. I should check that out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stream that at some point. Oh, there's the Flasher. I'm gonna eat him.
Yeah, let me know when you do. I'm curious to check that out. Give me the good old ass. Include me on that one.
Battletoads Double Dragon. Battletoads Double Dragon is kind of neat. I don't like it as much as Battletoads, but
Yeah, with the fighting games thing, like we've settled upon this like two dudes on a map. They stand on the opposite side. They have health bars. You know, they strike, throw, and block. And you know, the first person to lose their health loses the match, and it's the best 2 out of 3. Right? Like we've the genre has been solidified as basically that is a fighting game now, right? But it's nice to see other takes on it, even if they're not necessarily going to blow the genre up and change everything forever. It's just nice to see people doing more things with that space, right?
Champagne.
The thing that I want to do is sort of cut the difference between like the brawler idea and the brawler fighter mix, which I think just like on concept doesn't work. But instead, like create levels with a story that progresses through a series of fights that are in an environment. So you know how it's just like the single player for most
Heartland back here. Sorry.
No, that's cool. The single player for most fighting games are just like you just fight everybody once and then that's it.
Yeah.
But there's no like actual like, oh, hit the flag.
Oh.
Where are we going? Oh, let's go to Greece.
Greece? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. But there's no like context for it, right? There's always just like another big stupid worldwide fighting tournament or whatever. They hold one every year. But to actually like move a player through environments, come in contact with people in those environments, have that be the logic behind the changing dynamics of like the arrangement of platforms or various other elements in the battlefield. Sorry. I'd like to see that a little, like, because I think there's a possibility to blend those gameplay elements of like brawlers and fighters in a little bit more of a cohesive way, right? I believe it's possible. I want to see it. I think there's more that can be done with a single player fighting game.
Yeah. There's a lot of like really interesting hybrid genre games.
There's no telling
And often
what
like
effect
it,
another toxin might
well,
have.
it's reductive, but they're like really easy to describe or market in terms of like what they are in that
Yeah.
way. But
Yeah.
also at the same time, there's no guarantee that combining them makes a good combination.
No, not at all.
You have to find something about that makes it worthwhile.
Yeah.
Like people talk about ActRaiser a lot,
Yes.
which I think is a fantastic game. But like it seems that attempts to make spiritual things that are like that have not been well received.
Yeah, like an action platformer plus city builder.
Yeah.
You love to see it though.
And it's not just the combination, but how they did it, right?
Sure, yeah.
Like a high level concept is 1% of the. Oh no.
Yeah.
It just makes that dust cloud Looney Tunes fight sometimes when we hit each other by accident.
I like it. But yeah, it definitely is one of those things where then like, yeah, somebody gets a hit and then for years afterwards, every company is making a roguelite brawler, you know, with RPG elements or whatever. I mean, Rogue already is already an RPG, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, with mild persistence through unlockables or whatever, right? I mean, that was basically the game industry for like 3 years. It's still going on to a certain extent, right?
Which were are you talking about?
The roguelite with soft progression, action brawler / dungeon diver. You know what I mean? Like people still are making those. But like it took over the game industry for like 3 years, right?
Oh, that looked like a
Washington?
There's no telling what
The
effect
Washington
another
Monument?
toxin might have.
I guess, or the
We're going to
what's the
Istanbul.
word?
Istanbul,
Parthenon.
not in Greece.
Oh right, we went to Greece.
Istanbul is not in Greece.
No, well we're in Turkey now, but like,
I can think of one Greek city.
did that say totally destroyed? And there was still a tourist trap to destroy.
Possible.
Okay, so there's.
We're gonna go to the Hagia Sophia. Is that St. Basil's Cathedral? Or Basel? I'm pretty sure that's in Russia. Are those just onion domes?
Well, no, Istanbul would have mosques and stuff, but
Oh, absolutely.
maybe of that type. I'm not sure.
Anyways, we gotta destroy the Hagia Sophia. That's the real. Orcs and Elves by John McCormack. That's interesting. Anyways, which is like, as you say, like we're no longer in an era of game drought, right? Like there's lots of games you can play. There's no sense in actually complaining about. Hello. About
Wait, what's
Dungeon.
Orcs and Elves? I've never even heard of this.
I've heard of it, but I never played it. Hooray, we totally destroyed Istanbul, the famous Greek city. But I like, there's probably Cairo, Egypt, and then nothing else for the entirety of Africa. Never even heard of it. Yeah, there's like, there's so many roguelike games though. There's just a bazillion of them for an endless number of years.
I like this like forest.
I think we gotta go this
Bluffs
way.
out there. National Forest. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Are we in Yellowstone?
What was it called? Carbondale?
Don't know. But I mean that's how it happens, right? Is people pile up on a thing that gets marketed well, right? Because people understand what a roguelike is now. And generally speaking, people know that they're fun.
That milk exploded.
Yeah. So we end up
I was
with a
expecting-
bazillion. ED209 indeed.
Liquid.
It is indeed ED209. We have to kill a few of them. We have to smash a few of those guys.
Is Champagne? Where's Champagne? Is that also
In
in
France.
Illinois? Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee.
Guess so.
Southwest of Nashville.
Wait, what did that say? Powerball TV what?
Home of Beale Street. The Gibson Factory, BB King.
I do like the background here where we have.
Where Martin Luther King was shot. You know?
Look at that angel up
Assassinated,
there.
rather. Oh, that's just God. John.
Oh, there's a tank. Somehow I jumped on the tank earlier, and I want to know how I did that.
With a good attitude.
Haven't been able to get it.
That's right, I got all the God points.
You punched the angel.
Yeah. It was me and Gabe hanging out. Phone booth tastes bad. Since when? Does everybody remember phone booths? Remember when the street had a little room with a phone in it?
Oh yeah.
And you would go to the mall and check all the receiver slots for quarters, and you never found one. You ever
I just realized we did take a bath in this game. When you break a bridge, you just go in the water.
Chattanooga.
Chattanooga.
Oh.
I
Still
do
in
remember
Tennessee?
checking phones for quarters or dimes or whatever.
Did you ever find one? Even once?
Once, I think. Maybe twice.
But you certainly did check every single time.
I checked a lot.
I want to get in on this.
UFO here. Yeah.
Yeah, great work.
Oh, here's the little ones for revenge.
Yeah. It's just like, it makes your day as a kid. I remember one day I was probably 15, I found $60 on the sidewalk. It was in the middle of the winter.
Oh wow.
And there was three $20 bills. Big old beautiful green pictures of the Queen. And it like made my life. I was gonna take everyone out for dinner. I was gonna get 100 CDs. You know? I had big plans. I think that Chattanooga. Found a dime once. On top of the world. What did you do with it? How did you spend your dime?
I like how she said secret weapon. What secret weapon on the phone?
I love how there's 3 cities in Tennessee, but the cities we got for Greece was Istanbul. It's a completely different country.
That's
Look at
the
this.
secret weapon. Secret weapon here to take your quarter.
Yeah.
Ah, I found a trick. I hung off the side of a building so that it couldn't like bop me away.
I'm just gonna kick it in the shin till it's dead. I have another interesting story about subtitles and overdubs. If you want to indulge me, do you want to hear an interesting story about subtitling and overdubs?
Okay.
Okay, so I like the show Cowboy Bebop. It's good, you know. I think it's a pretty uncontroversial opinion. Cowboy Bebop,
Okay.
good.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Good. Music's good.
Heard it's good.
Characters are good. The plotting's good. I like that kind of sci-fi, generally speaking. I also like westerns and cowboy stuff. So you know,
Yeah.
it's just got Liam written all over it. Originally when I watched it dubbed in English, and the voice cast for that is quite good and well performed, and I think brought a lot to the thing, brought a lot to the story. It was good. And then a few years later, I was going to go to a friend's cottage, and there was a day where a bunch of people had left, go do something else, and I was left at the cottage in order to just sort of take care of the place until people got back. I was trying to figure out what I can do. Well, I wasn't able to like go very far from the building, right? And I was like, oh, okay, here's the DVD set of Cowboy Bebop. I'm gonna put this on while just like playing my Game Boy or whatever. And then I discovered that it was the Japanese version of the program and not the English version. And at first I was like, oh, that's too bad. I'm not gonna know what anyone says. But then I thought about it for a second. Well, you know what? I've watched this before. I know the plot. It's not too complicated. I'm sure I can follow along. This is Japanese. And then I discovered that the Japanese voice cast interpretations of the characters were all like quite different than the English interpretations of the characters, but in ways that also were really good, but just different. You know, that the voice actors had just made different choices about how to render these scenes and what sort of edge to put on the character and what motivations to bring to their performance as whoever. And it really opened up my eyes, like how, you know, we know these things from theater, right? Like you can see King Lear 4 times and you'll see 4 different people as King Lear, and they'll all bring a different energy to that, and that's really cool. It was the first time I'd ever seen it in something like a static medium, like a cartoon, an anime,
Yeah.
where like the visual performance, oh, we're going to Germany, we're going to go visit Bob. The visual performance is fixed, right? Like there was no different cuts, right? Even like the lip movements are all the same, right? Because they didn't redo that for the English version.
Yeah.
And all the plots are also identical, right? But somehow the voice cast was able to find these new angles to bring to the characters, or I guess original angles. But yeah, that was really interesting. It was a real eye-opener, just like how much the interpretation of a voice actor can bring to a role.
There's the whole thing about like directing, how it's a faux pas to give an actor a reading.
Yeah, the line read, the dreaded
Like-
line read.
Yeah, like read the line to them as if to tell them exactly how to say it and like how to portray it, right?
Yeah, it basically
then
means you're a bad
it completely-
director.
It completely stomps on their ability to approach it creatively.
Yeah, because then they just end up parroting you, right?
Yeah.
Go for it.
But I guess that factors like that kind of thing
There's no
is,
telling what effect another
you know,
toxin
if you
might
treat
have.
voice actors like a creative element in your thing, obviously they're going to have something to contribute to it, right?
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
as like a trained voice actor, they'll not only bring their own interpretation, but they'll bring an interpretation that's far more sophisticated than you ever could have, like as, you know, a dude. It's just some technical staff person, right? Because that's what you hire voice actors.
Jay reviews. I managed to jump on a tank earlier. I haven't been able to jump on anything else, but I'm trying every now and then.
I have ridden on the spaceships. That was fun. You ride them on 'em and punch them up. But yeah, in doing voice recording and some voice directing for voiceover for video games, I've dealt with that before, and sometimes, like, you know, you can overstate the rules for sure. Sometimes there is a line and it needs to be said a certain way, and you're like, oh, just by the way, like, you know, it's not obvious from the script, but we're looking for this sort of thing. It just, you know, that's what we need for this scene. And then they'll go, okay, fine, here's the reading, right? But yeah, just in general, it's really, really frustrating. It'd be like if you were trying to do a drawing and somebody was standing underneath you or behind you with a pencil, and just like, no, draw here. No, we need a line here. Draw this line. Blue. No. Bluer. Different blue. This blue. No, not that blue. Alright, okay. You're so smart.
Yeah,
Why
where
not-
this goes. Oh, right, we went to Germany?
Yeah, in Germany.
Right. I missed what city this is. We'll find out when it's gone.
I assume Berlin. When we went to Greece, we got Istanbul. I'm sure the only place in Germany that these people will have known about was Berlin. Probably Munich. What makes you say Munich, Bob? Those are okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair. They don't have those in Berlin. The probably Alps.
I didn't realize Munich was on the Alps. But I've not been to Germany. I've been to Switzerland. It was Munich. Good guess.
There you go. Bob knows his geography.
Frankfurt?
But yeah, it turns out voice actors, they're just as good at what they do as you are at what you do. What an idea. You know what I mean? Like, you know how there's a thing that you've dedicated your life to getting really good at? and you're like a skilled professional and an expert. Yeah, they did that too.
There's a bunch of like anime is one thing where I've had a bunch of this woman hugging a man,
They're just in love.
and now
Beautiful.
just like knowing the original's not in English, and then the necessity of providing non-subtitled versions for international audiences.
For non-dubbed or?
Well, that's what I mean. Like sometimes I like on DVDs and stuff, like you have the opportunity, it's like, hey, there's actually 5 different sets of actors for this. And if it's a film I really love, after watching it a bunch of times, you know, like I'll want to experiment with that. So there's lots of things I've seen in English and in Japanese. The movie Porco Rosso, I ended up watching in French as well, just because I was bored.
Yeah.
I'd watch it in French. And it has Jean Reno, who like I knew from a couple of other films, but like hearing his voice actually speaking French, usually I see him speaking English and other things, but
yeah. There we go, in Berlin.
Such a different take. Like you have Michael Keaton on one hand, and then you have Jean Reno, and I forget who the Japanese voice actor is, but like they all have different takes on the pig.
Yeah.
And I think that his was my favorite of those 3 that I watched. Or I remember like when I saw Akira, and I think I watched an English dub first, and the person I was watching with had seen it earlier, and I was watching like the newer English dub, which was supposed to like improve it, whereas they were used to the old one where like the charm of it was how goofy it was as a dub.
Sure, yeah. It's fair. I get that. We destroyed Berlin.
Sort of like
First we took Manhattan.
Symphony of the Night and took out the miserable pile of secrets.
Yeah.
Have we destroyed the world yet?
No.
I feel like we've gone pretty far now.
There's like 100 levels. With these American cities that all look the same. I like how Milwaukee is represented just by like a gigantic interstate highway.
It's a very like what's the word, like abstract kind of rendering of it too. Like
yeah, very cubist.
Texture.
Very cubist. I like it. Come to Milwaukee with it's Milwaukee's famous interstate highway. Come to Milwaukee for the leave. What'd you say? The smoothest highway.
Smoothest highway.
Yeah. Milwaukee's world famous interstate highway. Come to Milwaukee for the leave Milwaukee. That's my joke. Green Bay. They're known for packing, right? Like you got to get to like a bus trip really quick.
USA is like these monsters. It's their home base.
Yeah.
So they are going on a tour and then coming back home.
Yeah, and just doing some domestic violence.
It's really an odd concept. Like you'd think they'd go from country to country and not like keep going back to the same one.
Well, they're patriots. They're patriots.
This building has some like anti-climb spikes at the top.
It's weird. I punched that guy like 10 times as he fell.
Oh, I thought it was you for a moment. I was like, where am I going?
You thought you were Jorge?
Ice cream.
Delicious, delicious ice cream. Man, I got stuff to make nachos tomorrow night. I'm pumped. Super pumped.
That farmer with a cow.
You're getting got by that tank. Yeah, fat chocobo indeed. Yeah, I got to the grocery store today, and I was just getting regular groceries. You know, just planning on buying the things for the week. I got some broccoli. You know, got some green onions. What else did I get? I ran out of tea, so I got some just your regular orange pico. You know, your cup in the morning. Nothing fancy. We all love a cup of tea every now and then. Really drawing out this grocery trip story. Anyways, this bag of 6 avocados for $1.50, perfectly ripe. We're having nachos. Let's do it. You always tell yourself you're not going to buy any junk when you go to the store and you come home with nacho party. No regrets. This is sort of like when we kept on forgetting that our character was named Chugmander. I had forgotten that nachos existed. I know that sounds weird, but I was like, oh right, nachos. I've been working on my burrito recipe. You know, trying to get the rice together, you know? The whole thing.
Sorry, I was checking something. Okay. Ow.
Are you just stun locked? I wonder how the active hitboxes work. Fighting games have ruined me.
You know what's kind of weird? This game, in spite of all its like increased options for movement and stuff, for all the times I've played it, I've never felt that I've gotten good at like surviving. Like, I don't feel I could do like a 1 credit clear of this game ever.
No, I don't think you could. It's just not built that way.
Whereas, like, I was able to do that in the Master System version when I was younger. And it took me a while to like figure out how to do it.
Right.
You know, like I felt like I got good at playing that game. I've never felt like I've gotten. You can play this game better, but I've never felt I can play it to that level where like it's a
Sure.
game where you could actually survive through. Like, it's not playing fair. It's meant to just eat your quarter eventually, right?
Yeah.
There's no telling
Were
what
we in
effect
were we in
another
Wabash, California? Wabash is in California, right? I got a world tour token. I don't know where it's taking us though.
Oh.
Couldn't tell you. I didn't see it. Oh no go 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 go. Go 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 go. Oh 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 oh.
Yeah, I can go to the right, but what would I need to do on the right? Tijuana.
Oh, we're going to Mexico. But don't drink the water. You're gonna get Montezuma's revenge, right?
See, there the advice might finally make sense.
Yeah. On account of Montezuma's revenge. Look at all these Mexican people. Mexicans and their high-rise pawn shops that they're so famous for.
It's a greasy spoon.
Yeah.
Oh, it's another county jail.
The
Tijuana
policia.
County Jail.
Policia. No.
Clean it up. There's no telling what effect another toxin might have.
I think I need a quick bathroom break.
Okay. Go for it. Day 66. We played so many levels, Brad. I've punched so many buildings.
Day 66. Okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
Oh! Ow!
All right, Chad. Me, your boy Liam, coming at you. Brad's a little dying, eh? Is he gonna make it? Oh, there's an alien. Continue? Will it kick Brad out? If we wait too long, I'm worried that it'll kick Brad out. Does anybody know? Yeah, I'll probably just let him. Oh no, did I ruin it? What if I accidentally killed? It's gonna let him credit back in, right? Oh, have I made a horrible mistake? No! 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 So sorry. Oh no. Oh, I made a horrible mistake. Okay, it's okay. Breathe deep, everyone. The oh, you can't hear that. Here, I'm gonna turn up my microphone here, and then you can hear the sound that the Ring Fit ring makes. One sec. It sounds like Banjo-Kazooie. Right? Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. Sounds like Banjo-Kazooie.
Why does it say A star star?
I kept on punching the dudes for a bit after you died, and I think it might have kicked you out. Okay, let's see if you can you can punch in. Oh, it's letting you put your initials in. You're famous, Brad. Cuff, cuck, eek, ook, un, cup, CUP. Can you not? Okay.
I just reappear if I press a button.
That's good. That's good.
Kind of disappointing. That was one of my favorite things in, in the old one. You'd come in on a blimp. You'd ride in on a blimp.
Oh yeah, this you just.
You could either, if you continued. Oh, there's an alien. I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah. Are we in Roswell or something?
Like if you hit continue while you were still walking off screen, you just like reverse mutate or whatever.
Sure.
But if you waited to go all the way off screen and then continue, you'd fly in on a blimp, and I always thought that was funny.
Yeah, that's funny. I like that.
Clean it up. There's no telling what effect another.
Well, I think I took the lead on that level. Acapulco. Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a flying honeymoon, they do say. Come fly with me, we'll fly away. Once I get you up there.
So I must admit, I have no idea how long this game is.
It's forever, I guess.
I kind of thought we would have beaten it by now, but
Yeah.
it's really long. Especially for something based on an arcade game, and I don't think it has like a save feature.
And every level is the same. The difficulty is like not scaled at all, right? Like the levels are.
Yeah.
I don't know how I death breath. Not that button.
Like the only thing the game's got going for it is just like the variety of situations and locales, mostly just art changes.
Yeah, minor variations in visual display. Every now and then an extra
There's no
X
telling what effect another toxin might
gets
have.
added to the map. I can't help but notice that I have more points than you, Brad, by quite a bit.
Did my points just like totally reset because I
Yeah.
let it time out?
Yeah. My apologies.
Oh.
I didn't know. There was no counter. There was no like 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Where's
3.
Belize City?
Where is Belize? That's a good question. My knowledge of geography is failing me. I believe somewhere in South America. Gotta go this way.
Oh,
Is it chicken
Look at
pizza? Chicken pizza.
there aren't tourists inside?
No, there are no tourists inside of chicken pizza. Belize is in Belize. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
It's one of those big head dudes from the Olmecs.
I accidentally got zapped by the ancient electricity.
That's fair. By Olmec magic.
Eatery.
Bob solved the riddle of where is Belize. Central America?
Central America.
I said South America, right? I was one America
we were
away.
We were just in Mexico, so I assumed it had to be. Oh, there! I rode the spaceship. Yeah, it finally happened. Had a bad time in that building.
Okay, how long are we going for? There's got to be a point at which
There's no telling what effect another toxin might have.
we say, you know what, we've done it all. We're going to
Day
Rio.
69. How about when
Oh,
we finish Latin America, whatever we're doing here?
Okay. Oh, it's the same song for every level. That would really change things up, eh? As if there was some regional music, like if we were hearing some like samba or some bossa nova. You know what I mean?
There was that lady dancing, and she had like bananas in her hair.
I think in Costa Rica. Or that would be sick. Can we get a ROM hack of this, Brad? And can you write original music for every region?
That's a good idea.
You go to Greece and you get to hear some bouzouki. Those guys can play. Let me tell you, bouzouki players. Can I get an F in the chat for the bouzouki?
Oh, you're the gremlin again.
Yeah. With my pitiful fire breath.
Or I don't know. Well, I just went and got a beer.
That's fair.
Maybe I want to keep playing because I want to finish my beer.
Okay. You might have to pound it. I can
Try
play.
and drink it quickish.
I can play for a bit. I got work in the morning. Is all. Just.
But yeah, I'm beginning to think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It looks like there's like 7 more international locations.
Like Minneapolis.
Like wherever we see that map, I think that's showing us progress, and that tells me that we're not going to make it to the moon. I'm kind of disappointed by that. But that makes me wonder, like, who would have seen it in the arcade? Like, how many quarters would you have to pump into this to see the moon?
Well, it'd be one of those things where, like, I know a guy, my friend knows a guy, and they brought $350 worth of quarters, and they got to the moon. No, I think it was $200.
Is that your estimate, or are you telling? I can't tell if you're telling a story.
I'm pretending to be a 9-year-old.
I see.
Whatever the number is, it's changed 10 times during the story. but we're completely sure that that's the right number. Yeah, it seems like all the work went into the parallax backgrounds. Like entirely all the work.
Jump kicks.
Yeah, that jump kick is OP.
Fargo.
Yeah. Where all the money's
But I tried
hidden.
to look it up, and the number I saw was like 140.
Ugh.
So I think we're like halfway through the game.
No, thank you. I can tell you for sure that I'm more than halfway through this game.
So I did play through this single player on PS1 or PS3 rather, but that has like a save state feature, I think.
Right. So you didn't need to do it all in one go.
Yeah, at least I think I played through it. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I played through it on main.
Who knows? Explosive milk.
Like a lot of times, I don't know. Like whenever I stream, I prefer to have like an emulator where I'm like in control of where things are coming from and whatnot, rather than like, I don't know. Like there's things on Steam where they come with a pre-installed emulator or
Sure.
stuff like that. I'd rather just like use the ROM in my own way. But even I like to do that even when I'm playing stuff. So if I have a game like on a virtual console situation or something, I'm still likely to play it on my PC.
Right.
Powerball TV shows award special powers.
Don't know what that means. Oh, look, it's snow. And funerals. What Duluth is known for. Funerals are Duluth's #1 export. Interesting. The same thing happens when you blow up the liquid nitrogen truck as happens when you blow up the milk truck. A coincidence?
I think it would be very hard to blow up a milk truck
You have to.
with blunt force.
You really have to try.
You think the milk would like quench the flames?
Milk is not very volatile, right?
Try keeping this quiet.
In fact, it's quite the opposite, right? It's quite basic, right? It's very stable.
Thunder Bay.
Thunder Bay, Ontario. Thunder, as they say here, Thunder Bay.
I didn't think we'd come to Canada.
Thunder Bay, bye. Lord, there's an igloo and a mountie.
There's the Mountie.
That's.
An igloo in Thunder Bay. I mean,
Oh
there might
boy.
be one somewhere.
Oh boy. Oh man. It happened.
Oh, there's Santa.
Not anymore.
Can I beat up this cloud?
The Canadian military. They must be here to help shovel. Oh my. It really happened.
The igloo tourist trap?
Well, that makes more sense because there's no igloos in Thunder Bay because it's like southern Ontario.
Hmm.
Like on the same latitude as like Washington State. Oh my, Winnipeg. Is there going to be any mosquitoes? And in the dollar
look at
store,
this copy paste.
the clerk is
Copy
counting. Yeah.
Cube buildings, like clearly they were out of ideas for Winnipeg. Okay, I'm glad we played this far to see what they think of Canada.
Yeah, we have to sing the weaker thens. It's mandated. It's part of CanCon, right? Is every time Winnipeg appears on screen, you have to sing One Great City.
Oh, the sheep burned up in the fire.
That's tragic. And in the dollar store, the clerk is counting loonies, trying hard not to say,
I'm not sure I know the weaker thens.
hate Winnipeg.
Oh, okay. I think I have heard that song.
Yeah, it's called One Great City, otherwise known as I Hate Winnipeg.
I mean, I've been to Winnipeg briefly, but I don't really remember too much about it. And then there was
Winnipeg is the one that's snowy. Like,
there was that film.
Thunder Bay is not.
Winnipeg.
What did it say?
There's that film, My Winnipeg,
Oh, okay.
which is sort of like not exactly a documentary of Winnipeg, and what's the director's name? Guy Madden?
Okay.
Guy Madden?
Guy Madden. Guy Desmond. Moose Jaw. There we go. I love, like, I can't complain that much because one of the examples of Greek city was Istanbul. It's the wrong region of the world.
I
But-
think we started in Greece. We went to somewhere nearby. But yeah, I would expect the world tour for it to be them like going across the world, you know, to like adjacent places instead of constantly returning. And also, like, we didn't need a Canadian flag to get here, right?
No.
Oh, check that out. We got a back and forth. That's all I ever wanted.
Okay, well, we got it. That's good.
Is this a Rush concert happening in the middle of the building?
I hope so. The Guess Who? The Guess Who suck? The Jets were lousy anyway.
I meant because of the washing machine.
Oh.
With this big cigar. That's a puff of smoke.
I don't really know a lot about Rush. I gotta say. Today's Tom Sawyer gets high on you.
At some point, they started putting washing machines on stage as a joke about, like, you know, those bands with like those huge stacks of amps
Right.
and speakers behind them. He'd put a washing machine back there.
Okay.
They started putting like more, so that's just like their thing.
Oh, they're like washing machines. Get it. Rapid City. Boulder, right? Not Boulder. Colorado.
That's. Oh, is it?
I thought Rapid City was. Where's Rapid City?
For some reason, I thought it was Michigan, but
I could be completely wrong. My American geography definitely has some holes.
Time.
Oh, you got your honks in.
5 honks.
Your quacks.
Have a smoke break.
South Dakota. There you go.
Rapid City, South Dakota. Okay.
I guess I don't know that much about the Dakotas. I just have to admit it.
75%. We did not do well.
Sucks. Maybe the game is getting harder.
They were evacuating. It said evacuate. So they're evacuating the city before you destroy it.
Yeah.
There are like a whole bunch of your jump kick attack.
That's right, baby.
That one didn't end with death breath.
It's true. Omaha, Nebraska. There you go.
There are a lot of cities in the U.S. where like there's multiple cities with the same name.
Yes.
But like one's a lot more famous.
Yeah.
And I mean that happens everywhere, but it happens a lot in the U.S. it seems.
There's a place in the States called Canada, as well as Ontario.
There was there's an Ontario street in Burlington where I live. There's also a Burlington Street, and they do intersect.
There's an Ontario Street here in Toronto. The city council
It
voted
seems to be pretty common.
yeah,
They voted to what?
to rename Dundas. They're gonna rename Dundas Street.
To what?
They haven't
you
decided
rename
yet because of the slavery. You know, Dundas did the slavery. The bad luck.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
Yeah, he was one of those
I don't know who
guys.
Dundas is. I didn't know that was a person.
Yeah, this is, you know,
Let's see.
they're gonna rename it.
Okay. Well,
I'm hoping that they do like a public forum sort of thing where people can submit ideas for the new name.
I hope they do an internet poll and vow to live by the results, no matter what they are.
Such as Streety McStreetface, the legendary
I like. Did you ever hear the story of
Ian
Chex
Colbert.
cereal?
No.
In Korea, they had a poll of do you want green onion checks or chocolate checks?
Yeah.
And like there was a huge swell of votes for green onion, and is it Kellogg's or whatever the company is?
Post Mills or something.
They were like, "Oh, we think there's some false results going on here," so they went with chocolate. Chocolate thing, but it just like created the desire for years and years.
There should be green onion checks.
Green onion checks, and like a decade later, they're like, "Okay, you can have green onion checks. You've been asking for it since we did the poll as
For
a
10
joke."
years. That's funny. There's been a petition started to rename it Rob Ford Road. I love it. This crack mayor boulevard. Yes, I have smoked
Man,
crack cocaine.
when people said there was a video, like there were rumors about that video for years and years, and then it like finally it exists. It's a real.
Yeah, and then you got the amazing CV24 news clip of Rob Ford in front of the press saying, "Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine." Just making us proud, Rob. Your dumb brother is premier. Oh, the crack mayor.
Yeah, I was really surprised when I'd find like people online would be from other countries like like Sweden or something would be talking about the mayor of Toronto. And I'm like, oh no.
The infamous crack smoking mayor of a major metropolitan city? Yeah, that makes the news.
I was just surprised about how wide-reaching that was.
I mean, like, Toronto is like the cultural capital of Canada, right? There's like 3 million of us here. And he was our leader. Yes, I did smoke crack cocaine. Man, what a world. And then he kept on doing like the talk show circuit. And he always looked completely uncertain whether or not he should be playing the fact that he used to be addicted to crack cocaine for laughs, or he should be trying to represent the city in any official matter. You can just see like that uneasy, nervous smile, and just like the sweat of stress just dripping down his brow. What a disaster! Oh man, good old crack mayor. See, kids, you too. It could be anything you want. So long as you're wealthy and your family's connected and you are willing to sell out your public office to the highest bidder so that business interests will back you no matter how unpalatable you are. You don't even need to be good at anything. Oh, Rob Ford.
It was a time.
It was time. What a disaster that guy was. You know, he kept on like just giving out his cell phone number to the media, and the office of the city, the office of the mayor kept on like asking him to please stop giving out his phone number, because the way that it works is that, you know, they have to record and collate and keep track of every conversation that he has, right? Because it's a matter, because when you're in the mayor, all your government discussions on the phone are a matter of public record, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so city staffers had to go through all these crazy phone calls with him talking to people just from wherever in the world, whoever wanted to talk to him, right? And so he was going through cell phones like once every 2 weeks. Oh my god.
Oh, he kept changing the number because they had to deal with the problem?
Yeah, because the cities, because it's like it would be forwarded through, right? Like, so if the mayor's not available, if the mayor doesn't pick up on the cell phone, it gets patched through, right? So the city hall was just being inundated with all these phone calls from random people all over the world.
It reminded me of, well, like it's one of those like abusive management techniques where they're all, you know, they'll say like my door is always open.
Yeah.
If you have a problem, come and talk to us first, and blah blah blah. And then you see people like who actually go and talk to them.
They get Blizzard Activisioned.
Really what they're doing is they're trying to get to you first so they can have a shot at convincing you that it's not a problem or whatever, or calming you down before you go to anyone else.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. But like it reminded me of that. It's just like, oh, anybody can call me. Just call me and you can talk about Ontario politics, like whatever you need to happen. And
yeah, I'm a reasonable guy. Let's just work it out. Mano a mano. Right? Like gentlemen. I'll smoke crack.
In the game.
You can be
you can break it.
Yeah. You can. I'll be high on crack. You can be an anonymous Ukrainian political operative. I'll tell you. I'll tell you politically sensitive information about the running of Toronto's government.
Did he do that as well? I'm sure he must have.
Yes. Yeah, he got in trouble with that a lot for speaking on the record about things he shouldn't have been, and then only later trying to claim that he like post facto had declared it to be off the record. But you know, the guy's taking phone calls just from like anybody who wants to ring him up. Like he's, you know, like he's the mayor of some 30-person village, right?
I guess it would make sense in a very small place, but
yeah, I think it made sense when
small place he wouldn't even need to give out. Like everybody would just know him, you know.
Yeah, I think it was a habit that he had from his city councilor days, where it would make more sense because there's only like, you know, a few thousand people in your ward, right?
That could make sense.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, and the other thing is he kept on having like secret personal cell phones, which wasn't allowed to have, and he would like be conducting city business with like complete randos who had just like called him up.
Wait, where are we now with all these mountains?
I don't know. We never read.
Did it say Cheyenne?
Could be.
Oh, I ate something and it killed me.
That's good.
My stomach had the last straw that was eating that flower booth.
Well, you know, dying builds character. What? We're on board. Yes, I have smoked crack cocaine. Oh man. Rest in peace. Doug Ford and Rob Ford, rest in peace. Yeah, when he died, like a lot of people came out and said some pretty awful stuff about him. And it's like, whatever you think about the man personally or politically even, right? Like, you know, it makes sense. You should oppose him and vehemently, and you shouldn't try to pretend that he was some sort of saint when he was living just because he's passed away. But the number of people who like came out of the woodwork to like come and just say like one more nasty thing about him, even though he was like dead and couldn't hurt you.
Yeah.
Was, I don't know. I found that kind of gross. For its German Wikipedia site, it's just 1. Table of contents. Number 1, life. Number 1.1, crack affair. That's all we know. That's all the German public knows about Rob Ford. There's a guy, he's from Toronto, he's the crack one. Oh man, oh man. It was so aggravating to be a Torontonian during those years. There's like so many wonderful things about Toronto, right? So many things worth talking about. And for like 2 years, the only thing anybody internationally wanted to hear about Toronto was about our mayor who smoked crack.
So what is this? A watermelon?
It looked like
a watermelon.
It looked like a pimento olive to me, but what do I know?
Well, it had like a face on it.
Oh, interesting. Like a real watermelon.
Did you ever play Keen Dreams?
Yes, I did.
That had a bunch of vegetables with faces on them. I really liked the theming of that one.
Commander
It's so
Keen's
different
fun.
than the other Keen games.
Yeah. Albuquerque. It's New Mexico, right? It's the capital. I think.
Albuquerque, New Mexico. I forget if it's the capital. Very often, like, the most famous city in a state is not its capital.
Yeah, like Ottawa.
Yeah. Or, well, I don't know, like Victoria, BC.
Yeah, Vancouver. Are we gonna see some Pueblos? If we don't see a Pueblo or two, this isn't really Albuquerque. Where are my Pueblos at? Can I get an F?
Nice rocket.
Thanks. Can I get an F in the chat for Pueblos?
Look at that.
Santa Fe.
So-
Where's Albuquerque then? Is it in New Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. There you go. Well, I still want to get some F's in the chat for Pueblos.
You know what? I think Albuquerque might be the capital now because we destroyed Santa Fe, right?
That's fair, yeah, because there's probably like an interim government, right? That's seeing over the state of emergency. That's a fair point, Brad. Did you rule
Santa
that
Fe
out?
doesn't exist anymore.
Did you think about that, Bob? Did you think
I
about
haven't seen
that?
a chicken before
You've never seen a chicken ever before your entire life?
in this game.
Oh, okay.
Moab. I always like that name.
Yeah. Albuquerque's a bigger association in your mind. Bugs Bunny. Okay.
Bugs Bunny was always asking about Albuquerque.
Game Refuge.
Where did Breaking Bad take place? Was that in Albuquerque or was that somewhere else?
I think it was in New Mexico. Where? I don't know. Okay, Brad, I can't do this. I don't want to do the geography quiz. This is what this game really is. It's just like, this is a covert way of teaching children American geography.
If only they actually had a map in the game.
It would be actually useful. I can't.
Where in the world is George and Lizzie?
Yeah, it's Jorge.
Oh, look at the saloon.
Yeah, always taking that wrong turn in Albuquerque. What a funny bunny.
Well, my beer is almost finished.
Okay.
There, my beer is finished.
That woman jumped out of the building, and then I kicked her before she hit the ground, and then she flew away.
Like, throw you?
I think so. And then I ate her body. I can do this thing. Can you do that thing?
What thing?
Like he'll flap his arms like he's a boydie. Like, check this out. Ready?
Oh yeah, I can. Whoa, that's interesting.
Okay, this is the last level. Otherwise, it's you have a mutiny on your hands. I didn't get my pueblos, so I quit.
Oh, I like those guys flying on the
I quit.
on the thing.
The game wins. I admit defeat.
I'm gonna. Where's the save state button? Just
Flags?
in case. We can continue. Flagstaff. But seems like we're done. Alright, so that was good. But that's a really good test. Like, this worked great, right?
Yeah. The emulator is doing great. Isn't it funny that there's a funeral parlor right next to the embassy?
How do we select a save state slot?
Thank you, Bob. Very kind.
I'll
Well,
look up the
this was Liam and Brad's Liam and Brad's geography lesson. It was a pleasure to have you all along for the ride. Thanks for hanging out while I talked about Crackmare and English dubs. Geography and social studies together at last. Sip.
Do you think this will show us a high score table anywhere, or?
Let's find out. See if ass is bringing up number one. Yeah, no problem. That's how I feel right now. Tell me what. At day 86, lunatic. The moon. Okay.
We did take a wrong turn at Albuquerque, so they show you the moon.
Yeah, this is how I know about it. And there's this horrific monster that walks by.
Oh, look, there's like a chunk eaten out of the
earth.
Yeah, I remember getting to that when I played through it at one point, but
Yeah. Yeah, number one. That booty.
George top 5. Oh, does it have a high score for each monster?
I don't
Because
know.
it said George top 5.
Ass is number one, though. We all know it. Okay. I have nothing constructive to add after that. This is it.
So I feel like the emulator is working well, so we should be okay to go ahead playing Legend of Mana next week.
Yeah, let's do it. We're Legend of Mana next week, everybody. Get ready. It's a legend. There's gonna be.
I wanted to do it this week, but we couldn't get the emulator to work last week, so we had to try a new emulator, and this one seems to work. So
Yes, it'll be good. Yeah, there was no hiccups. I saw maybe like half a dozen rollbacks the entire night, which is going to be completely fine for Legend of Mana. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button. Brad, it's fun as always. Take care, everybody in the audience land. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I shall see you all in the next one.
Okay, I'm gonna raid somebody then. But who do I raid? Who's doing something monster? I don't see anything like